Hey, welcome back to beautiful Vancouver Island and Campbell River, where we're hosting the Salmon Festival. There's all kinds of family activities to do for young and old. You want to play in the logger sports? Come out on Friday night. You can get involved in novice competitions. Come out on Saturday for the intermediates. And here we are on Sunday afternoon for the professionals. We are into the choker race, and this is a bit of a grudge match. Sterling versus Carson.
Sterling has actually clobbered Carson in the pole climb and then in the log burling, so you know that Carson's going to want a piece of him here in the choker race.
Well, they got these 80-pound choker cables coming across a log in a pond, and both these guys, here's the key, is to stay dry.
Stay dry, stay on your feet. Get around this thing as fast as you can, boys. Carson is really tearing up this course.
You got to set the choker cable right here. You got to be able to pull on it. The judge is going to pull on it later and make sure it doesn't come apart. And here's where they pick up the big, heavy boom chain. And this is the trickiest part of all. You got to run across the log and set the boom chain into the log.
Stopping in the middle. You have to have incredible balance here. Drop it down through just like they did in days of old, and then continue on. Look at Carson. Picture perfect.
Carson Bischoff takes the first heat, almost running into the Husky Forest Service sign, and Sterling struggling to get her done. Good race there with Sterling, but you did it flawlessly. What's the most difficult part of that one?
Definitely at the end where you got to stick the boom chain down to that hole. Yeah, you can really overdo it and get that log rocking and rolling, and it just takes longer. Your best off to settle it down a bit and just tippy toe, nice clean stuff, and you're gone.
You have to drop the heart rate down a little bit too?
Oh yeah, get a little breath there, and yeah, got to make it count, or else you'll be doing circles.
Great job there by Carson Bischoff. Staying dry in the choker race is no easy feat, and setting a time to beat at 31 seconds is fantastic. As we head into heat number 2, we got Dave McLeod taking on Nick Russell.
The amount of water actually on the competitor at the end of this event has a good reflection on how well their time is. The drier they are, usually the faster they are. Here's Dave McLeod and Nick Russell, both from the East Coast. Nick Russell's long legs doing him in good stead right now. He's ahead of Dave McLeod.
And those cables actually weigh about 80 pounds as they both set their choker cables on the dummy log, and it's neck and neck as they head over the other dummy logs, pick up their boom chains.
Dave McLeod now has a lead as they slow down here to get on these boom logs to set this here boom chain.
Looks like they both kind of slow the pace down quite a bit. Nick Russell going down to a snail's pace, and he goes into the drink. Dave McLeod, he's gonna get wet too. Now the rules are here, you cannot have your feet on the ground when you put the boom chain in, so you gotta either sit or stand on a log. Dave McLeod does that and clocks in at a 40.82. That is one heck of a struggle. I mean, we're not saying it looks easy, it looks tough.
Yeah, I'm not a burler, but it is tough. Biggest thing is just getting on there and trying to get that first loop in there. And if you go in, hold that position, but you can't touch bottom when you're trying to put it in, so that's the tough part.
So I noticed when you picked up that log boom chain, you slowed things right down and walked onto that log.
Yeah, I should have maybe gone a little bit quicker and got there, and I might have got the hole a little bit better, but anyways, that's my strategy this year.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Well, there's a good point made by Nick Russell. It looked like they were going to a gunfight carrying a couple of chains in that replay. They were walking really, really slow, and you got to sprint across the logs carrying those cables. Next heat, Terry Basso taking on Dennis Yarjo. 31 seconds, the time to beat, and off these guys go to the races.
Off to the races. The way to get across a boom log like this is they keep the pace up fast, which they did. Terry Basso almost going in the drink there. They're over the bunk logs and around the standing block stanchions. They're doing a good job here right now.
Bunk log number 2 is where you set your choker cable, and the judge is going to take it later, check it later, make sure that the bell stays attached. Dennis Yarjo ahead of Terry at this point.
They grab the boom chain, and now here comes the tricky part, getting across that boom log and setting those down through the hole.
Well, Dennis took your advice. He didn't slow things down, but he still did the crotch drop, that's for sure. And Terry Bassel's going to try and stay dry. Dennis is trying to get back up on the log. Terry Bassel's in the drink. Dennis is underwater, struggling at this point, trying to pick up his chain.
Terry Basso looks like he had a few too many drinks last night. He's having a hard time here keeping on top of that log. Here's Dennis Yarjo. He has threaded it in. He's ready to go now. And he's back in the drink. Looks like these guys want to swim their way out of the pond rather than crawl out.
Well, Dennis Yarjo is going to get the job done here. He's close to the finish line. He's got about 3 or 4 more yards to go. Dennis Yarjo collapses at the finish line here at the bottom of the spar poles. Terry Basso not too far behind. Both guys getting the job done and finishing their event.
Not good times, but great entertainment value.
That is a true sportsman. I mean, you need to finish that event. I mean, you're a pro. Just walk me through that last part.
I tried to slow down and that didn't work. Should have did like the other guys and took it easy. But it was fun. I'm going to finish it no matter what.
Absolutely. You know, you're not allowed to drop the boom chain into the log while standing on the ground, right?
No, I had to get back on. get it in there. I should have grabbed the end. Yeah, it was one of those things. You lose your head.
You know, Rod, I couldn't agree with you more. Great entertainment value watching the choker race. Terry Basso finishing 5th is also very instrumental in putting this whole show on.
And the crown pivotal point for today focuses on Danielle Koch making the trip all the way from Alberta to Vancouver Island and cleaning house in the women's single buck.
And we are now 2/3 of the way through the competition here at the Campbell River Salmon Festival. We got a whole bunch of BC boys chasing down Dave McLeod with 410 points.
And the gas guzzler Lumberjacks of the day is Sterling Hart and Carson Bischoff putting on a great show and demonstration of skill in the log burling.
And many thanks to all the community support to help the Campbell River Salmon Festival survive for 40 years. Come back again next time for more Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks is sponsored by Echo, only professional grade with 5-year warranty. Crown, protect, maintain, save. K100, we make water burn. Yamaha, what kind of Yamaha are you?
I'm a substitute teacher and a grad student at Queen's University.
I work for BC Hydro as an electrician.
I'm a safety advisor.
I'm a logger, professional forester.
I'm a professional forester,
Professional arborist.
I'm a massage therapist.
And I'm a registered nurse. And I'm a paramedic with the BC Ambulance Service.
And I work for Vancouver Island Health Authority.
And I work in the logging industry.
And I'm a landscape contractor.
And I'm a water treatment plant operator.
And I'm a log trader.
And I'm an at-home mom.